Do you think you know what you know?
Let's go on an adventure. Hello and welcome to Capricious Conversations. Thank you for joining us today. We just want to thank you for spending your holidays with us. Thank you for being here on Christmas Eve. And now we're celebrating Hanukkah. You can see we've got 4 lights lit up because even though, yes, today is Wednesday and tonight there will be 5 lights, this is coming up in the morning. So there's only 4 lights for Hanukkah. When you tune back in on December 31st, we'll have all 8 lit up because that will be the last night of Hanukkah. Also, remember to keep your eyes open for changes on the set and comment them all on December 31st so that you can be entered to win a piece of amazing crisp birch.
Is there a new one on the set today?
There is.
Wow, okay.
I'm very sneaky.
Sneaky.
Some of them are very subtle, so you're going to have to really keep your eyes peeled.
Sneaky.
Today, to end the year properly, we're going to play True or Poo. But it is not our usual True or Poo.
No, it is different this time. I have got 30 questions.
Oh boy.
This is kind of a quickfire True or Poo. And off screen we have our resident scorekeeper keeping track for us. And so the way it's going to work is this. I'm going to read out a commonly held fact.
Okay.
Okay, one that everybody knows is probably the case. You have to tell me whether it's true or poo. And we're going to do them kind of quick. And the first one to get the correct answer gets the point.
Okay.
So, not to be stopping and thinking about it. This is how it's going to work. Is everybody ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Are you down?
I'm down.
Are you excited?
Yes.
I promise.
Do you have all your trivial knowledge loaded in that mental cabin of yours?
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. All right. Number 1. Coffee is made from seeds.
False.
No,
Poo.
that's actually true. They typically say coffee bean, but the coffee, it's not a bean, it's the seed that's in the middle of the coffee coffee fruit.
We're off to a great start, sir.
All right. Chameleons change color to match their surroundings.
True.
False.
Ooh, false is correct.
What?
They change colors because of their body temperature.
Well, it could be mood, could be temperature, could be communication, could be light, could be, a number of other things. It's not the object that they're touching. Crazy.
Okay.
All right. Mount Everest is the biggest mountain in the world.
Poo.
Well, Sarah got it first. It actually is poo. Now, it's the highest mountain in the world. It's highest above sea level, but the biggest mountain in the world is Mauna Kea in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you measure it from the base to the summit, it's much larger.
But most of
than
it is
Everest.
underwater.
Most of it's underwater. All right. The Great Wall of China can be seen from space.
False. Poo.
Yeah, Christina nailed that one. You can't actually see the Great Wall of China from space. All right. 1 year of human time is equivalent to 7 years of dog time.
Poo.
Not
True.
necessarily. It actually, that's true and false. You're going to both get it. It depends on the size and the breed of the dog.
Oh.
There are some dogs that is true for, and there's some dogs it's
okay.
manifestly
Interesting.
not true for. Okay. You lose your body heat fastest through your head.
True. Poo.
Poo is correct.
Oh.
Scientists say you'd be just as cold if you went without a hat.
Huh.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
The sun has no orbit.
False. Poo.
Yeah, Sarah nailed that one too. The sun technically has no orbit around the Earth, but the planets and the whole solar system is orbiting
See, I was confused
around a central single point. All right, where are we at? Different parts of your tongue detect different tastes.
True.
False.
What?
It is poo. All taste sensations come from all regions of the tongue.
Who knew?
Although different parts are more sensitive to certain tastes. But the taste receptors are the same all across your tongue.
Interesting.
All right. Peanuts are not nuts.
True.
That is true. You both get the points for that. They are legumes.
Legumes.
All right. Giving children sugar makes them hyper.
False.
True.
It is true.
Oh.
Science has proven that giving them sugar makes them hyper and that it gives them more energy. And the more energy they have to burn, the more nuts they get.
Yeah.
Which is actually interesting because, sorry, brief little
No, that's
tangent
okay.
here. A lot of ADD medications are made out of sugar and caffeine because they like super spike the
It
kid and then they
overdoses
totally
them.
crash.
That's exactly right. It
which
overdoses them.
is messed up.
Yes. All right. Next one. Humans have 5 senses.
False.
True.
Well, okay. It is true They have at least 5, but they also have many more than 5. As a matter of fact, you have at least 9 senses, and some researchers think that you have up to 21.
Wow.
When you take in things like sense of time, sense of space, things like that.
So do they both get that one?
Well, it is true. I mean, humans definitely have 5 senses. They just have more than 5
More than
senses.
5.
Okay.
All right. Fortune cookies are only used in the U.S.
True.
Pooh. They are now used in China. They were invented in the U.S. They've become so popular, they have actually started using them in
This
China.
is intense.
Right? Let's go to number 13. Sushi actually means raw fish.
True.
False.
False.
Okay.
It translates actually as sour tasting.
Great.
Must be
So,
that
yeah.
wasabi.
Whoops! That's how you
I
know
like
if you get the
sushi,
bad
but you
sushi,
don't.
right?
Yeah.
Right? Fish is not supposed to
All
be
right.
sour.
Number 14. Vikings wore horned helmets.
True.
False.
False. There's actually no evidence to support that theory. They were
Really?
first depicted that way by people who were drawing histories back when they were still illustrating histories for the books, and so
Maybe they were
somebody
trying
drew
to
them
say
that
that they were
way.
like Satan.
Yeah, that could very well be. You know,
Because, I mean, the Vikings went a
they
pillaging.
did a rape and a pillage and a burn. So, you know.
Okay.
All right. Number 15. Eve ate an apple from the forbidden tree.
Poo.
False. It was not an apple.
Actually, the Bible never mentions what type it is. We have
Yeah.
no idea. It was
Could have been
just
an apple.
the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and it doesn't say what the fruit was.
So it's poo.
So you guys both get that one.
Treat.
Vitamin C is an effective treatment for a cold.
True.
True.
It is true. Vitamin C can help you fight a cold. Although science says that it's marginal, people's reactions prove that otherwise. All right. Number 17. Penguins are monogamous.
Poo.
True.
Well, it is true.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah,
They only have one mate.
they only have one
Oh,
mate.
okay. I'm like, I don't know.
Now, the emperor penguin has a new mate every season, but he stays with them for that entire season, or she stays with him for that entire season.
Okay.
So, yes, they are
Good job, you
monogamous.
penguins.
Caffeine dehydrates you.
True.
False.
What?
It's a diuretic, which means it causes your body to lose water, but caffeine itself cannot dehydrate you.
Okay.
Yeah, so nobody gets points for that one. All right, when in London, you are always merely 6 feet away from a rat.
False.
Poo.
Pretty sure that's New York.
No, that's actually true.
Ah.
It's a rough estimate. Rodents are not evenly spread, but statistically, according to the number of rats that they've found, they estimate you're never more than 6 feet away from a rodent when you're in London, no matter where you're at.
Really?
That's pretty gross. Okay, the moon has a dark side.
True.
True.
False.
What?
The moon is constantly rotating on its own axis. There's no area of it that's in permanent darkness. We have what we call the dark side of the moon, but that's only in relation to Earth.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. A toilet's flush will change direction depending on which hemisphere it's in.
Poo.
False.
False. That is absolutely false. The real cause of backwards flushing toilets is the direction in which the water jets point into
Right.
the bowl. Mars is red.
True.
It is true, and do you know why?
Because it's made of iron.
Because of all the iron oxide that has come to the surface. It actually oxidizes, not oxidates, so that's not a word. Actually, is it a word? Oxidation? Oxidation? Oxidate?
Yeah,
It
might
should be a word. But
Dunno
that's not the
though.
one we
It
wanted to use there.
oxidizes.
There you go. All right. Number 23. Sunflowers track the sun across the sky.
True.
False.
False. Now, you'll notice, though, when you pass a field of sunflowers,
I think
that they're all
everything that
facing the
grows-
same direction. That's because when they first open, they kind of orient themselves to the line that the sun takes,
Oh.
but they don't actually move and follow the sun across the
So
sky.
you're talking about the way that the face.
Yeah,
like-
they're saying that if it follows the sun, like the bloom would actually go like this during the day.
Oh, okay.
And no, they don't. They don't
Okay.
do that. All right. Number 24. People use just 10% of their brains.
False.
False. Manifestly false. We use virtually every part of the brain, and most of the brain is active almost all the time.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly. Now, the whole 10% of their brain thing came with the people who were not getting to higher functions of math, higher functions of reading, or something like that. And so they said, oh, well, you must not be using all your brain. That's a carryover from Victorian era.
Interesting.
Thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, only 5 left. Number 25, your fingernails continue to grow after you die.
Poo. False.
That's definitely false. The reason that it appears to do that is because
Your skin.
your
shrinks.
skin pulls away, and so it makes your hair and fingernails both look like they're still growing, but
They're not.
not actually, because none of you is growing because you are toast. Number 26, bats are blind.
False.
False. Despite tiny eyes and only living at night, there's not a single species of bat that is totally blind. They just have very, very poor eyesight. Like they can't drive cars. Like legally, I think that would be considered blind,
Okay.
but they're not actually blind. All right. Number 27, dropping a penny from the Empire State Building would kill someone if it hit
True.
them.
False.
False.
Saw
but
this on Mythbusters.
do you know why?
Because the terminal velocity of a penny is not fast enough.
Well, while that is true, that is not the reason.
Oh, the updraft?
The updraft, most pennies dropped from the Empire State Building never hit the ground. There is such an updraft because the buildings all around them coming up that it blows the pennies right back onto the Empire State Building. They estimate that there's
Really?
2 tons of pennies on the roofs of the Empire State Building scattered around.
Should they like clear that off? Is that
Right?
like a hazard
You'd
or
think that
something?
would be like the best piggy bank in the world,
I
right?
want to go do that.
Right?
Right. now.
Right. Throw it
Right
off and
now.
watch it come back
I
up.
want to see this happen.
Can you see it?
Huh? Sometimes you can see it. Yeah, the
Let's YouTube
updraft
it.
can be so strong that you can actually. They've done it with cups of water too. They'll have a cup of water and they'll throw it off and shoo, just goes right up.
Wow.
That's
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and by the way, shout out to the no longer showing Mythbusters. They did do
an
an episode where they actually fired a penny from a nail gun at terminal velocity, and it still wouldn't
Terminal velocity
wouldn't
is
kill
not
somebody.
fast enough.
Although it
Doesn't
really
even
did
break
hurt the one
skin.
guy when they shot him in the butt with it.
But it doesn't break the skin, it just smarts.
No, but it still would hurt to get shot in the butt with a penny.
Well,
Yeah.
You know.
It hurt to get shot in the
things.
butt with
All right.
anything.
that's
Number 28, handling a baby bird will make its mother reject it.
Poo.
false.
Yeah, it is false. Both of you get the point for that one, although... No, Sarah
No,
answered
Sarah
first.
answered
Okay,
first,
Sarah
yeah.
gets that
She
one.
gets that one.
Most birds have an incredibly poor sense of smell.
True.
So most time they won't
Oh.
even notice. True, yeah, that's true. Yeah. She's on the game now, man.
She's on a roll.
Extra point for Sarah right there. Okay, you need to wait 24 hours before reporting a missing person to the police.
False.
True.
Well, again, it depends on where you're at. You both get a point for that. Some places, mostly rural places, will have the 24-hour hold. In cities, generally not.
Because it could be a kidnapping.
Because it could be a kidnapping or something like that. But in places where people could be gone for a couple of days just
Yeah.
in the normal course of doing their job, then yeah, generally the 24-hour hold does stand. All right,
Yeah.
and the last one, your blood is blue before it's oxygenated.
False.
True.
It actually is false. The human blood is always red,
Always red.
but it gets a
Okay.
very, very dark red. And so the reason that when you see blue veins, and you can actually see some right here in my palm, you can't see it, internet, but trust me, they're
Sorry,
there.
Internet.
They're
You
there.
could probably
Look
look
at
at
your
your
own
own
hands.
palm or something.
You probably got
or look
blue
at the
veins
back
in
of
your
your
own
grandma's
hands.
knees or something. And so it looks like you have blue veins in there. What that is, that's just very, very dark deoxygenated blood. And because your skin actually is not opaque, it's fairly translucent, light goes through there and bounces back. It comes back as looking blue through that filter because your skin is slightly yellowish.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's why it looks like that. So that is our 30 questions
Woo, hooray.
rapid fire
Hooray.
trivia round.
All
Hooray.
right.
Scoremaster, what
Who
are
won?
our scores? She's currently
Hold on.
counting.
She's tabulating.
The Scoremaster is
While she's
checking the
tabulating,
scores.
again, don't forget to tune in on December 31st. There will be the last set change. It'll also be our last show of the year.
Yeah.
Comment all the set changes on that day, and you will be entered to win a piece of amazing Christmas merch. We're going to take it all the way back to the beginning for this one because it's our anniversary episode, everybody.
That's right. One whole year. Can you believe that?
Now, I will clarify, it is not 1 year since we have been on YouTube. It is 1 year since we started shooting Capricious Conversations.
That is true. That is
But
true.
it's still our anniversary, and we're going to celebrate. So.
Yeah.
Because we have 2 anniversaries during the year that way. More reasons to party. I say more
All
reasons to
right.
party is always good. There.
We got loads of reasons to
Yeah,
party
yeah.
because we're actually going to So this year is going to be crazy because we are going to have our 1 year of shooting anniversary, our 1 year on YouTube anniversary, and our 100th episode.
100th episode coming up this year, which is going to be a big deal.
Big deal. Don't want to miss it. Also, there's going to be crazy cool things happening on Amazing Chris this year. There's going to be shorts, there's going to be music videos, there's going to be always more capricious conversations. Stay tuned.
Matter of fact, I'll throw this out there. This is not my channel, so she's just looking at me strangely at the moment. But if anybody in the comments can name the very first episode and what happened there, that may give you a clue as to what may happen.
The very first episode filmed.
Very first episode filmed. Yeah, it's in there.
I did say it in
Go
the
check
episode.
the archives.
And for while we're at it, you can be entered to win a piece of Amazing Chris merch too if you can find that episode.
Yeah, find it. I bet you can do it.
People who were there are disqualified, just FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, scorekeeper, what's up?
All right. So the score was really close. You guys did really well, both of you. Sarah had a total of 17 correct.
Okay.
Well done, you. I think that means I'm gonna go.
And Christina had 20 correct.
Yay! How did we do that?
Well,
Because
some of them you
that's so-
both got correct.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's more than 30.
Yeah, that's out of 30 questions, 47 points were awarded.
37
It's
points.
only 37, but there were some where
I
you
can't
said,
math.
you specifically said you both get points
Yes,
for
you
that.
both get
So they
points.
both got
Well
points
done,
for
you.
that.
Very
Yeah, there
nice.
you go.
All right, thank you for liking,
right.
commenting, and subscribing, and thank you for sharing this video with all your friends. Let's go on an adventure.